time is 6 a.m. Change does not happen overnight. It takes vision, commitment, and courage to reform.
So we created a number of executive agencies, which I believe, and I can say, having left this thing, was one of the most successful initiatives undertaken in the reform process.
But transformation isn't easy.
We found in several ministries, agencies, and departments, you had square pegs in round holes.
You could almost say that public sector transformation is not a GLP policy, it's not a PNP policy. It is national policy.
There was political willingness, there was bipartisan support for going through with the reforms, there was societal support, a lot of societal sacrifices. People of Jamaica made a lot of sacrifices. And businesses, the private sector, everybody was engaged in this journey.
We want to continue to reform the public sector, to allow the public sector to provide its services to the Jamaican people, provide services to the private sector. And the idea is that those services must be more accessible. Those services must be more affordable. Those services must be faster. They must be more personable and comfortable for the citizen.
Watch Building a Better Public Sector, a 4-part docuseries right here on CVM, commencing April 5 and aired every Sunday in April at 3 p.m. Brought to you by the Transformation Implementation Youth.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, rise and shine, sunrisers. Welcome to the show. It's time for that midweek boost to give you a little push to take on the rest of the week. Today is hump day and we're going to get you over that hump. Good morning. I'm so glad that you're with us this morning, rather. I'm Yendi and this is IT.
I am IT and thank you, Yendi. I want to say hats off to you this morning.
Pun intended.
You're looking so beautifully. What's this, baby pink or fuchsia?
Thank you. I think this is rose pink.
Rose pink.
Yeah. Thank you, IT.
So
you've come in here with a great attitude.
Yeah.
Or no attitude.
Hey, you keep it going, keep it going. Hats off to you two who are watching from wherever you are watching this morning. We're so happy that you're here because we cannot do this without you. Every single day that you come, we welcome you warmly. And we invite you to stick and stay with us today because we're going to have a fantastic show. Why? Because we're here and you're there and we have life and we have breath. Do this. If you can do that, then, it's a good day. Anytime you can do that, trust me, problem.
Well, typically, if I can't do it, then I have sinus, no?
We all have sinuses, right? But sinusitis is a different thing.
Speaking of which, the pollen is in the air.
Absolutely.
The pollen is definitely in the air. I'm in trouble with sinus, right?
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people I know who have issues with allergies.
Yes.
And springtime is so tricky because when spring has sprung, their sinus knows it.
But, Yendi, the question I must ask, and I ask it often. Do we really have 4 seasons in Jamaica? Do we have winter, spring, summer, autumn? How do we differentiate
We do.
the seasons?
We definitely have seasons. Obviously, we don't have sharp changes in our climate, but we definitely have seasons because you can see it in the plants and you can feel it in the atmosphere. So
So Christmas time, you know, say.
the air is actually quite crisp. It feels different. There's less humidity in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And in springtime, you see it with the plants, you know, the pui. When the pui start come out, that's a signal that we're changing seasons. We all know when it's summer.
Yes,
Everybody know when it's summer. Because you and your fans stay so. In the heat, I say.
There's no doubt about that. Listen, when it's summer hot.
Yes, man, sticky.
And in Christmas time, then the poinsettias, that's the word?
Turn red.
Turn red.
You know what's so funny? Random fun fact. My Christmas poinsettia from December gone is now fully green. Fully green. Do you know that that same plant is what changes color? Did you know that?
I did not. I've always seen them red. Right, DJ?
If you manage to keep your poinsettia and not kill it after Christmas,
It turns green?
It's green, and then it's going to turn red again when it comes to winter time. Speaking of, do we have seasons?
Did you know that? Did you know that? I didn't.
And if not turning red, it could turn yellow, depending on the variety that you have. Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
It's a flowery morning this morning. Speaking of flowers, I mean, you know, there's red rose, white rose, yellow rose. Do they mean different things?
They do. They definitely send different signals. You know, one signifies friendship, one love, one just happy and frilly and feel nice. Yeah. I think yellow roses are so Don't they feel like that? Yeah.
So if your husband gave you yellow roses, you're like, would it be, or it depends.
If my husband gave me yellow roses, I would think that he was probably trying to cheer me up. Yeah.
Well,
as opposed to red roses, which send in a romantic signal.
A romantic signal. So DJ, if you're giving Yendi a rose yellow, it means friendship and joy. Daniel, no red rose for Yendi. Patrick, I'm telling you from early.
I also love white roses to anyone who has ears to hear. No, I really love white roses.
Well, let's talk about the rose of Sharon, is Jesus Christ. And the verse of the day says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. As the end, his favorite fruit of the Spirit.
It is.
Against such things there is no law. Galatians 5:22-23. So, it's the verb is singular. The fruit of the Spirit is, even though there's a list, is love. Because from all those things, I mean, love is the foundation for all those things. If you have not love, you have nothing at all. Well, later on, it's going to be expounded and explained, and we're going to have a fulsome discussion on it. So you don't want to miss that this morning in Wednesday service.
Do you know what else is happening today?
What else is happening today?
Today is Earth Day.
Earth Day?
Yeah.
Happy Earth Day.
April 22 is Earth Day. Well, Earth, due to human activity, is considered by many to be in trouble. The ozone layer is depleting, ecosystems are being lost, and our water and air are being increasingly polluted. Weather systems are being pushed to the extreme, and oil drilling is damaging the environment. Well, Earth Day aims to promote environmentalism through engagement, activism, education, policy changes, and peaceful protest, and also showcase the importance of caring for the environment. I think by now everyone who watches this show knows, and anyone who follows me on Instagram knows, I am a nature lover, I am a tree hugger, I am a river mama, I am a waterfall chaser, and so days like these I think are critically important because I think there's still many people who don't truly understand the effects of human activity on the equilibrium of the earth, and so conversations like these are really important.
Really important.
I still find,
So if you didn't know, the Yendi is naturally into nature.
I am.
In fact, today, EcoJam. What's EcoJam? It happens at Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts at the School of Arts Management. We have EcoJam, which talks about the intersection with the arts and the environment. So they're going to be there from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. And admission is free. So you can stop by and engage in the conversations that has to do with this whole idea of being aware of the environment and how it affects us and how we affect it.
It's funny that you just said I'm naturally into nature. You know I'm also an earth sign. So I feel like it does make sense. You were going to say, tell me.
No, I was going to say, Jamaicans have a way, like when it's a birthday, I don't say to DJ, happy birthday. I'm saying, no, you have to tell them on happy Earth Day. Yeah, happy Earth strong.
Because it's when you entered Earth.
Yeah.
So it's Earth strong.
So today when somebody has a happy Earth Day, you really have to say, when somebody today and tell them happy Earth Day, you Daniel, because it's Earth Day.
Hold on.
But can I say happy Earth Day?
No, but do we say Earth Day or do we say Earth strong?
No, we say both. We say Earth Day and Earth strong, right? Yeah, but why we can't say, why man
maybe
can't tell a man
Earth Day
happy
was
birthday?
from the
It does the
boomers
macho.
generation. No? Huh? Maybe? Daniel, we can't relate, you see, because Earth Day is from the boomers. And we as
Earth Day,
millennials,
I discovered,
no,
listen.
Earth strong.
Earth, or the Rastafarians, Rastafari, you know, they like to say Earth strong. The question is why? Is it more macho? Is it more, uniquely Jamaican?
No, remember last week when they were here, the conversation was about reordering the tongue of the colonizer and creating your own tongue. That's why them don't say unity, them say einity. That's why them don't say
dedicate, them say livicate.
Livity, right?
Yeah.
So birthday, no, is your earth strong. It's when you came into the earth strong and ready to make your impact. Come now, it is a part of the livity.
Yeah, so maybe strong is saying, it's an uplifting way to say it.
Yes.
Have a happy earth strong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because we're strong in this.
We're strong in this.
Yeah, we leave impact in this.
Yeah. Speaking of impact, on this day, April 22, 1978, that was the day that Bob Marley united political rivals Michael Manley and Edward Seaga on stage at the National Stadium, Kingston, of course, during the One Love Peace concert. It was a huge moment.
Defining moment in history, yeah.
Often when you see Marley right there in the center, putting the hands, like at that time, that don't happen. Yeah, it was, trust me, it was a spiritual moment too. People talk about it, or the thunder flash and lightning, thunder roll and lightning flash. It was just a moment in history. It happened on this day.
On this day, and it was, it truly was a historic moment. The concert aimed to stop violent political warfare, and it actually marked the return of Marley from exile. But look at that, and we're seeing here on screen clippings of the newspaper back in 1978 when it happened, and I'm telling you, IT can tell you, IT was actually at the very front of the concert. It was unbelievable. And it was historic. It's one thing to experience the moment, it's another thing to hear of it and read about the history. And our grandchildren will be hearing about this. They will be reading about it because it changed the scape, didn't it? It really changed the scape for politics in Jamaica.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? I was bold and brave at the time. That's why we still remember it and we celebrate it. And we recognize it on this day, April 22. 1978. That's how many years ago now? All right.
48.
48. Yeah, because 2 more years before. Yeah.
I actually could only do that math because there's someone in my life who's born that year.
Yeah.
That's why the math came up quickly. I promise.
Yeah.
I've had to win maths. Shh, don't tell nobody.
Look here. I did well in principle of business and accounts, not in maths. They don't relate. There's no correlation.
There's no way. Everyone in the room, everyone watching is confused. What?
Yeah, let me educate you because mathematics is a science, right? The only tools you use in accounting is arithmetic, multiplication, division. You will never need Pythagoras theorem. You will never need algebra.
Actually, can I finish that sentence for you? Say that sentence again, that same one.
You will never need Pythagoras theorem.
In life.
In life.
I'm kidding. No, please don't be offended.
Students, listen.
Listen. Actors, please don't be offended. It's a joke.
Yeah. No, let me tell you something. The actuaries, hats off to you.
You know,
Trust
one
me.
of my most embarrassing moments in life happened on live TV because someone was studying actuarial science, and I didn't know that if you're studying actuarial science, then you become an actuary. And I said the person obviously intends to become an actuarial scientist, and then go done me.
And they don't miss it. Listen.
We never know.
Listen.
We learn. We live and we learn. We learn as we go. And you know what's great? You're going to learn a lot on this show because there's a lot lined up for you this morning.
Yes. And we're learning together. It's a learning exchange. It's knowledge share and it's knowledge exchange. So we're going to have a fantastic show. It is ready for you. If you are ready for us, stick and stay right here. We're going to take you to the Hump Day mid-morning. We're going to take a quick break right now for our pocket of sunrise. Let's go.
This Earth Day, come celebrate it with us at EcoFest 2026. Join us on Wednesday, April 22nd from 12 to 4 p.m. at Staff Inclusive Academy, 26 Lewis Street in Savannah, Lamar, for an afternoon of sustainability, creativity, and community. Enjoy primary and infant student showcases, live demonstrations in hydroponics and farming, a mini farmers market. Bring the family and see your young eco champions in action. EcoFest 2026, growing knowledge and growing community.
Has many faces. 1 in 4 people will be affected. Protect what matters with critical illness insurance. The time by Sagicor Life is
6:15. Every day starts with care. Care that's always close. Supermed Family of Pharmacies is where you go for everything you need. From your morning routine to life's biggest moments. Supermed Family of Pharmacies is always by your side. Whether it's prescriptions or household essentials, trust the care that's close to home. Super happy, super healthy, Supermed.
You see me? Me love my food and my ketchup run the flavor in so many ways. Miss Thomas, I want to turn up your food, sir.
My secret ingredients, just tomato ketchup, run the flavor.
Richer, thicker, and more affordable.
You don't have a ketchup.
Can you do this?
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than...
cool Tuesday morning. It's not a cool Tuesday morning.
Not
it was
Tuesday.
when I was calling. Another Tuesday morning.
It's not.
Well, why did I think it was a Tuesday morning? Thank you, Yendi. That's why I'm saying the birds of a feather. It is a Wednesday morning here in Kingston, Jamaica, and we're heading into that time of the morning that I get, usually excited because I'm about to introduce the one and only headliner of all headlines. And if you see her anywhere, it's not here, then it's not headlines. The only place we get headlines is when we have the real headliner, and I call her. In fact, we introduce her by saying, introducing the one and only TK.
Good morning.
Welcome back.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You look
popped down yesterday.
super cute.
Oh, thank you. I said, you know what?
do.
We're gonna give ourselves, just a little touch of natural.
What popped down? No one could tell.
Let me tell you something. Thank God. Dennis Brooks, good morning to you. Thank you very much for reading the news yesterday. Pop.
Oh,
Member.
man.
But I'm back.
It's
and I'm
great to have
realizing that
you.
you guys plan the pink pop and the pink coat.
We
It
did
have a
not.
little, it's not matchy, but it's like complimentary.
We didn't, but I'm now absolutely convinced that IT has Karen peep in my window and tell him what to wear.
But if you notice, it was my color lipstick this morning.
Tell us what color lipstick you have on this morning.
This identifies as pink.
Okay, you know what? And in that case, let's see what's happening in our headlines, shall we?
Completely. Completely.
Because I don't know what to do with that information at all. So let's jump into it, shall we? Diaspora members called on to provide greater support to education sector. The National Education Trust, NET, is actively seeking increased support from the diaspora for its Hurricane Melissa Recovery Fund. NET Director Keisha Johnson stressed the necessity of partnerships to rebuild schools devastated by the hurricane. The fund is dedicated to financing repairs, replacing educational resources, and offering psychosocial support to students and staff affected by the disaster. Diaspora members in the United States can contribute through the Miami Foundation for tax-deductible donations, while Canadians can utilize the People's Bridge Foundation. The organization functions as an essential conduit connecting donors with the education sector to bolster infrastructure and resources. Johnson urged all Jamaicans, both locally and overseas, to invest in education as a crucial investment in the nation's future and human capital.
Human capital. I like the fact that the conversation is still continuing as it relates to Hurricane Melissa relief now in April, 7 months later?
Almost me.
Yeah, almost May. That's important because we said it at the very beginning of the, following the hurricane that, it's going to be quite some time. So anywhere here those words are called and whatever it is that's going to benefit persons and call to all Jamaicans in the diaspora and all over, it's a good call, especially as it relates to education.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm a firm believer, absolutely firm believer, that quality education sets nations apart. It literally influences, it's not just about acquiring a knowledge pool, it's not just that. Quality education allows for critical thinking, quality education allows people to actually be leaders and not necessarily followers. It allows people to think outside of the box, it allows people to truly pour back into a society because you've developed certain aspects of the brain that otherwise would lie dormant without quality education. I'm going to underscore quality because in terms of, we're not just talking about regurgitation of information and material here.
Like AI?
Well. And so I always think the conversation, I've never felt like we are where we need to be in terms of quality education. We put people through a system. We do. But where there is access to quality education in Jamaica, the education is excellent. And it really stands apart globally. It's very obvious when you walk into a space internationally that you have a great foundation. My vision and hope for Jamaica is that same quality education that exists in many a space here can be across all playing fields.
Every parish, everywhere, every community.
Every parish, every level of education. Because that, to me, would be the game changer in Jamaica.
Yeah, absolutely. I co-sign.
That would take a lot of donations from the diaspora because I feel like, you know, the injection of funds is so important. And what this message also reminds me is that there's so much to be done after the hurricane. Because we're talking about quality education and you're thinking, but so many people have donated. We've heard, we've reported on billions of dollars coming in from all of these sources. Why we still need more money? And it's just like, we need more because the truth of the matter is that there's roads, there's hospitals, there's schools, there's, you know, there are people's homes, there's communities, it's all over. There's equipment, it's vast. And so if you can you please?
It's an area that matters a lot.
All right. Why not Wednesday headline time? A bird in the sky? Nope. How about underwater? A parrot traded the sky for the sea, taking an underwater dive in a custom submarine earlier this month. Iowa aviation enthusiast Stephen Lawyer went viral for creating a custom mini submarine named the Bebe-sphere to take his 6-year-old white-winged parakeet Bebe scuba diving in the Bahamas. Bebe could be seen bobbing underwater in his custom submarine made from a clear food-grade container utilizing a 3,000 psi paintball tank for oxygen and weights for stability. Lawyer ran several tests before use to ensure the submarine's mechanics, the valves that regulate airflow, lead weights lead weights that maintain stability, and an oxygen meter were functioning smoothly for Bebe. Now, before trying out underwater expeditions, Bebe had joined Lawyer on several adventures such as skiing, long-distance bike riding, and skydiving. However, in the comment section, animal rights advocacy group PETA expressed concern for the bird's well-being, stating that he trusts you with his life and you forced him underwater in a tiny container for views. But Lawyer shared a follow-up video that Bebe went in willingly, enjoyed it, and he'd rather do that than sit back on shore in a cage or back in an Airbnb. Lawyer also noted that Bebe is fully flighted, meaning the bird's wings aren't clipped, so he flies freely outside before coming home each day.
Bebe is living a good life.
His best life.
Bebe is
his best life.
Come to find out, say Peter them bad mind. Because them never go to submarine in Bahamas. Hey.
Submarine in Bahamas instead of a cage? Sounds good to me.
Sounds
you know how much people want to go to the Bahamas, you know, and have a vacation and have a dip inside the water. Maybe not that deep.
Oh, guys, look, Bebe is in the shot. I'm like wondering
what is on our screen.
There is Bebe on his right shoulder.
Oh, Bebe.
Yeah.
Man, Bebe, I live better life now.
He lives the best life ever. Oh my gosh.
Bebe said, Peter, just build the man.
Yeah.
Build a long vacation.
Fly away, Peter.
Where is Bebe? Oh, she's on. No. Bebe is on her shoulder. Got you.
Nobody got it.
Hey, you can imagine when Bebe saw a part.
Fly away, Peter.
Fly away. I missed that.
Me too. You and I both, my friend.
This is why quality education matters.
You're out of order.
I was just saying that. Can you imagine?
What's a George's? Just kidding.
What's a
Whoa, it's a joke.
Hey, listen. The things that happen now, the news that we get in Why Not Wednesday is not weird, unusual.
But you know it's for you, right?
Yeah. You know that the entire Why Not Wednesday segment is designed for you, right?
I thank you, you know. ITY, I thank you.
And you are welcome.
Yeah.
And you will see me at 7.
And you are welcome.
You are
IT.
You are well, y'all.
Yeah.
ITY, y'all.
Please, wrap it so we can let me come off for this set now, please and thanks. That's a wrap.
That is a wrap
Thank
for
you.
our headlines this morning. Fly away, TK. We're going to see her at 7 a.m. this morning. She's going to fly on back in here like Paul. Get it? Fly away, Peter. Fly away, Paul. Come back, Peter. Come back. Okay. Wow, you didn't do that in prep school?
Yeah, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Because the bird's name is Bebe.
Yeah.
And Peter was having a go about Bebe going underwater. So I said, fly away, Peter. Instead of Peter.
I thought it was Peter. I thought you were saying Peter. Like just the regular, no Peter, we say Peter.
Mr. Peter.
So disappointed because typically people who do common entrance are so sharp because of...
As someone who did GSAT, can't relate.
Pep. Hey, we'll be right back after these messages. Stick and stay, don't leave. So, GSAT,
I actually wrote the papers for common entrance.
We are proud to supply all of Jamaica with the highest standard of gas products to keep you safe and well taken care of. Choose well. Choose IGL.
The time by IGL is
6:30.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Bring back the fun of shopping. Discover the best finds in every aisle of amazing items. For your kitchen, your living room, your bedroom, or any room, Azan Supercenter has that perfect touch to elevate your space to the next level. Our team is ready to help you find what you are looking for you or someone else. So stop by our Crossroads store today and rediscover the fun of shopping.
Azan Supercenter, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Lead like the world is watching.
Because it is.
The Impact Leadership Summit brings the ultimate business advantage on May 5 at the AC Marriott Hotel, Kingston, Jamaica. Learn from global speaker and entrepreneur, Vusi Temakwaya.
Leaders, hear me and hear me now. Do they understand the calling and are they God-led?
Maxwell Leadership Coach Erica McKenzie.
CEO and founder Deshaun Savadia. Minister Obin Hill.
Investment Guru Ramon Small Ferguson.
This is where leaders rise and impact begins.
For more info, call 876-438-1135.
I'm me, the stylist, no scammer, no style me.
From the market to the farm to the office, money talk is everywhere. But are you making sense or nonsense? The Bank of Jamaica brings you common sense with BOJ. Real stories, real laughs, and real lessons to help you protect, grow, and manage your money. Mattress savings.
At least my mattress, no charge me to sleep on it.
Partner plan.
Remember last year we needed our payouts early? But Miss Pam gave it to her cousin first.
Or a sketchy loan flyer.
Electrifying deals.
See why making the right financial choices is pure common sense. Brought to you by Bank of Jamaica, empowering everyday Jamaicans one episode at a time.
Grandpa, it's 2026. You can't keep hiding all your money in every single pocket forever.
Listen, welcome back, Sunrisers. Now, there's something about this time of the year. Yeah, this time of the year, in the springtime, just feels like a reset. Everything a little greener. Yanni spoke about it earlier, a little brighter. Maybe even a reminder for us to check in with ourselves too. So this morning, Wednesday service leans right into that feeling of renewal. We're talking about the fruit of the Spirit. Those qualities like joy, patience, love. Should have said love first, and self-control that shape how we show up in our daily lives. So joining us this morning is a pastor I know and you know is Pastor Sean Williams. He's going to take us through the discussion. He's from the Fellowship Tabernacle. Welcome, sir.
Good morning. It's great to see you.
I want to ask you, I discussed it this morning.
Yeah.
Why is it a singular verb? The fruit of the Spirit is, and there are lists of things that followed. When there was the fruit of the Spirit are and these things?
Well, you see, it is not possible to separate them. They are all connected and they all interrelate. So, example, you cannot say you love and you're not patient. You understand? You can't say you love and you have no self-control. And so when the Holy Spirit comes, He comes with fruit. So you and I can demonstrate the character and nature of God. So when anybody meet IT,
yes,
they must meet God.
Hallelujah.
You know what's amazing is I feel like there's this song that we all learn from we go primary school, primary prep, basic. The fruits of the Spirit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, vigilance, and self-control. There is, okay. But do we actually understand it, Pastor Sean? We sing the song, we'll know the words in isolation, you know, but do we truly understand what it is to encompass, to reveal, to live the fruits of the Spirit?
Good question. I think we are more aware of our humanity and our flaws. The amazing thing is when you and I put our trust and faith in God, He gives us Himself. He gives us His Holy Spirit. So we now have the supernatural ability to do what God says we can do. But sadly, we are very often trapped in our past and our history, what others say about us, as opposed to what He thinks about us.
And the challenge for us, therefore, is how do we get to the point where we are displaying the fruit of the Spirit? I mean, of course, if you are not Christ, then. But it's a challenge, and I've never seen a ackee on a mango tree. You know, so if we are there and we are sealed by the Spirit of Christ, we should really. But it's challenging for many Christians.
It's a truth, bro. You see, it requires us to die to self. And we don't want it. Okay? We love our own way, we want to do our own thing. But Jesus says, any man who comes to me, he must first what? Deny himself. So you have to deny yourself so Christ can live through you.
It says at the end of the verse there, let us not become conceited, provoking one another, envying one another. Conceited. Let's talk about the word conceited, because I feel like in a secular sense, we only view conceited as image, as, you know, you're full of yourself because you put yourself together a particular way. But let us actually dig into conceited, Pastor Sean.
Conceited is where you elevate self above God. However, though, it is pride, but pride can be seen as what we call bossy, but also self-pity. Because self-pity is also elevating how I see myself above how God sees me. So self-pity and arrogance is actually pride, and God don't like pride. He resists the proud.
A little birdie told me that you actually prepared a word for us this morning. You prepared to deliver to us this morning.
Some kind of way.
You know what?
Some kind of way.
Let's do that.
Do I stay here? Do I talk?
Talk to the people.
Where do I look?
You be talking to the people, you talk to them there. If you're talking to us, see us here. Hi.
Hi, okay, all right. Well, on my heart, I've been thinking about just Jamaica. And Jamaica, we are actually in a World Cup year. And 20 years ago, in 2006, there was a World Cup between France and Italy. They played in the World Cup final. The match draw, extra time, 1-1, right? And then an Italian defender, Materazzi, it is said he said some unkind things about Zinedine Zidane's mother and sister. And in retaliation, he buck him. And referee do what? Go in his pocket.
Give him a red card.
Red card. The greatest player of this generation had to leave the pitch and watch the final from the locker room while his team lost. And he could not help them nor contribute to victory. He was not expelled because he wasn't talented or gifted, but because he lacked something called self-control. And there are many of us, if we are talk truth, struggling with that same thing. We won't lose a match. We might lose career, families, freedom, even our life. And we have seen in our schools of late the real issue of a lack of self-control. And sadly, a young man lost his life even this week, I think, in Moran Bay, Jamaica. This matter is serious. And we can say, boy, I do some mistake. No. I've got good news for you. The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, goodness, kindness, faithfulness,
patience,
gentleness, and self-control. And so God says, Jesus says, I desire to give you the Holy Spirit. You just have to ask.
Wow.
So Jamaica, ask.
And you shall receive.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
You know what's amazing?
That is a word, Yendi. She champions self-control.
Ask him.
Yes.
So when this show ends and we come off air, we often have a post-production meeting.
Yeah.
That post-production meeting spills over to us talking life.
Conversations.
And ask anyone in here who has ears to listen or who have mouth to talk. I am me carry the placard named self-control.
Dictionary for self-control.
I love it.
See in the photo.
And I struggle with the idea that people don't realize how much their mind actually governs their body. And we have the ability, it's one of the most beautiful skills you can acquire, is to literally develop self-control to the point where nothing can taunt you, nothing can tempt you, nothing can pull you out of your equilibrium. That to me is self-mastery. And for me, that's one of my greatest lessons I take from looking at the story of Jesus Christ.
And it is key because God's desire for us is to experience victory. But the Bible says a man who cannot control himself is like a city without walls. In those days when the enemy came, walls were the protection for the city. So if you think that, boy, I cause them say, or them do, call me affy. No, you don't affy. God has given you the ability to make a decision because this red card, Zidane don't play a game. His last match in his career. But there are far greater consequences when we simply do not practice the power of self-control.
Question for you, Pastor Sean.
We're not going hard this morning, man. Go through.
You said there's an option,
Yeah.
and the option is developing a relationship with Christ, getting to know Christ, experiencing that peace, experiencing the fruits of the Spirit. Someone might look on and say, but you say it, but it's not easy. It's not easy. It's like a simple something because you're a mature Christian. What do you say to the person who doesn't even know what their first step should be?
The first step is getting to know God. One of our challenges, ignorance of God, results in us not having faith in God and relying and depending on self. Yendi, I've tried it my way. My way, no work. My way produce death, all kind of crosses and problems. So I say, you know what, Sean? Humble yourself. Trust God. Spend time with God, with people of God, the community of God, and grow. It takes time, you know. But you have to start the right process now because the other options, we can tell you, it's not nice. And sometime, in God's grace, thankfully, I've not endured some really deep consequences. But if you continue along the wrong path, it's only a matter of time.
Let me tell you something. I get a chance to practice it because a lot of times I think things and I know that if I say the things that I think, what the result is going to be. Because I'm a married man for more than 2 decades and I get to practice it inside the home.
Because
I
the
know
purpose
the
of
result.
marriage and family, you know, is actually to teach us how to love and to develop character. So when we leave our family, we can function well in society. But because family brought down, we don't know how to do these simple things.
Thank God for forgiveness.
Oh, and grace and mercy,
Hey.
man. Wouldn't be here. Would have been there.
Can I open a whole other kind of worms, you know?
Because the thing is, even though we're talking about it, we have to recognize that sometimes we slip. You know what I mean? And when we slip, I mean, thank God for the grace of God.
But it's so funny, because after Friday show, right here, I said to IT, but let me ask you something again now. This is us always. I say, you ever stop and wonder how God feel, knowing that somebody say, me I go sleep, but God I go forgive me. And then again next week me say, me just sleep one more time, come oh my God gracious. There comes a point in my mind, mark you, no, I am thinking like that of flesh. However, in my mind, you know, God's supposed to say, hey, you don't say idiot to take me for. Hey, this is a pattern.
Paul talk about it, man. You know?
There is a wisdom in not taking God or anyone for granted. But God is love.
Right.
And there are people who are alive now who never say, God, thank you, I'm still give them breath. Because
think about that.
There's no fear in God. So he doesn't allow how you and I might respond negatively to change who he is. Because he is God, he is love, and he just love us. However, though, it is his goodness that ought to draw us to think differently about him, about our lives, and just serve. God too good, man. God good. Happy service.
Yes. You know, he didn't say that. God loves, you know. He said God is love. He's the very essence of love. Beautiful. Always like when you come to share with us.
Bless you, man. Thank you for having me.
You know what I mean?
Some of the best sermons I've listened to is actually by Pastor Sean.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
My new best friend.
Yes, that works.
Bless you. Thank you so much.
All right, that was Pastor Sean Williams encouraging us to nurture what truly matters. He takes us out, well, actually, he shared his quick message and we hope it really landed with you, our viewers. We going to keep chatting a little bit. Come up next question for us. But I'm off air, but you stay with us. We'll soon come back.
Still there, yeah, I'm still there. Could have been gone, but me still a carry on. Been through fire, we go through the storm. God bring me through all odds.
Notice how life nice when you eat good. Natural feed, fresh grass, no stress. Stress? I don't know her. They say happy cows make better milk. Well, just look how happy we are. And I'm sure you can taste the difference. So move to the best milk ever. True milk.
Finally said yes to onion rings. Now it's your turn to say yes to the onion ring zinger from KFC. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Hey, what I want?
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
What I want? What I want?
That I go on, pa.
What I want? What I want?
What a one! Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVMTV.
Brought to you by
Some things are perfect from the start. Smirnoff.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
All right, welcome back, Sunrisers. So In observance of World Autism Month, we're flipping through the pages of a story that reflects the journey of raising a child on the autism spectrum right here in Jamaica. The Specs of Autism, a Jamaican perspective, calls for greater understanding and inclusion. And joining us now is mother autism advocate and author Chantal Clark-Price. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Wendy.
It's great to have you.
I don't need to ask you if you're a Jamaican.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah, definitely Jamaican. And you wrote the Specs of Autism from a Jamaican perspective.
Certainly. It is from my journey with my 7-year-old son, Zakai, who is autistic. And it's definitely a culturally diverse look at autism through our lens and our experiences, which are common experiences of parents on the spectrum. And so really, I thought about the book that I would have wanted as a guide for myself earlier in my journey so that I could have navigated with much more confidence.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to create that guide for parents, for educators, and for government to see autism through the lens of hope and understanding. And so I would have created a public resource of my personal experiences, which was something quite heartfelt and warm. And I wanted parents to know that there's unwavering hope on this journey. Autism is not a journey of despair.
You know what's interesting, Chantal? I noticed that you specifically chose to say a Jamaican perspective, because obviously material is out there in the world. What makes the Jamaican perspective unique, and what is unique to the Jamaican perspective?
The perspective from a Jamaican point of view, and it's a Caribbean point of view, this book is the first in the region that actually speaks to key aspects of the autism journey. And I believe it looks at our system, our support systems locally, how we navigate that, the challenges that we face as parents, and also how do we navigate towards getting an advancement in the field for our students, for our children in particular, for our teens and our adults who are living and just unsure how to navigate it in the Jamaican system.
You know, I'd like, of course, you mentioned your son and he's the inspiration for the book, correct?
Yes, he is.
Can you tell us about him and the early moments when you realized for the first time that he was on the spectrum?
Right, so when Zakai was about 1 year old, even though he was walking, we noticed that he wasn't using verbal language, so he wasn't saying mama. And I actually took him to my pediatrician, and he said to me, why isn't he saying mama? You know, why isn't he talking as yet? And I felt kind of embarrassed in the moment because I didn't know that he would, you know, transition to that form to say that. I was thinking that it was a delay. And so that was an early onset of the signs that he was possibly autistic. And so we were sent immediately for a diagnosis.
And what are some of the challenges that you faced or is facing as you?
So one of the challenges that we have is with schooling, and it's a barrier that I had to overcome personally. I noted that many educators, they don't really want to deal with it in the mainstream schools. And so what I did was to actually show them that there are ways to deal with it in a creative way. And so he was really welcome into an inclusive environment, which I was grateful for.
Well, someone who's watching and say, autism, I keep hearing about autism. How does it present? I mean, what should I look for?
That's actually amazing that you just asked that, because look at what page I'm on. She actually shares in her book an autism checklist.
Yes.
The signs.
The signs and the symptoms.
But let's just talk about those signs as IT is asking. Go ahead.
Yes, so the first sign you'd want to look at is a child that is nonverbal. So that is actually always present. You have repetitive behaviors like hand flapping, body rocking, body shaking, and also a child who's fixated on what they like. So if they're obsessed with numbers, if they're obsessed with colors, you'll repeatedly hear them say those things. You can look for a child who doesn't have eye contact. And you can also look for a child who doesn't communicate much and also needs to navigate more on the social cues of our system and societies.
You know, there's a series called The Good Doctor, and the doctor is autistic, and he presents as a brilliant doctor.
Yes.
So obviously autism doesn't affect brilliance. That's a story, it's a series, it's written for TV. But in real experiences, persons can really be intellectually sound and be autistic at the same time.
Oh, certainly. They're very brilliant.
Yes.
And my son, he does very well in school. He's good with maths. He's good with numbers. Recently, he's learning Spanish, which is very good. And it's amazing to see that he actually takes to Spanish more than he does to English.
Amazing.
Yes.
What's interesting is I think these conversations are so important because obviously the conversation is around a neurodivergence. A divergence simply means a variation from what is typically considered a norm, but it doesn't mean that there is a delay in intellect or in mental ability, but there's perhaps a divergence in how they socialize or how they learn or how they communicate.
Yes, and they see the world differently, and it's just a matter of how the brain processes information. It's not that it's a disorder, it's a condition that's marked by neurodevelopment that is actually a little bit more different from the typical person. So the way they see the world, their senses are activated, they smell differently, they taste differently, they feel differently, and they're sensitive to most things that we are not sensitive to. So they have the potential to actually solve some of the major challenges that we have in the world today because of how they see the world.
Yeah. Whoa. Let's talk a little bit about, you mentioned the learning environment. I know of many a situation where a parent struggles to find a shadow. Let us talk about that challenge. What could we do? What's your take? What's your perspective on what we could do in Jamaica to actually improve the ability to have people train and be ready to enter the education system to shadow children who are perhaps, instead of separating them in a learning environment, but integrate them in a traditional learning environment, but perhaps with a shadow? What do we need to improve upon here?
I think what is fundamental for us is that we need to invest in our people. There are a lot of special education teachers out there, some of who do not have formal training. And so I believe we need to look at prior learning assessment. So there's somebody in the field for 20 years. They've never had an official certification. We can use those credentials to get them in the mainstream system. And I think also one of the creative things that is happening within the parent world is also parents stepping up to be shadowed. I know of parents who have stepped up to be shadow for their children in the main school system once the school administration is in agreement with it.
Which of course poses its own challenge in terms of your career and income and balance. So
we would need that incentive.
Where can one get your book?
You can certainly get my book on Amazon. It's available as a paperback and an ebook. And you can also send an direct message to Autispecs on Instagram. That's our channel. And we're also on WhatsApp channel as well as Autispecs. And if you do not have a personal relationship towards autism, this is a book that can educate you if you want to learn more about it and the process. And so I really encourage anyone who's interested to just go on over and order it on Amazon and to actually share it as a gift with the autism community if you know of any parent or family who would need that information.
Awesome, awesome. I like how you articulate your experience, and the information that obviously is in the book. Before you leave, is there one lesson, perhaps a story, a moment, an event that you said, wow, this I did not know this prior to, and I learned it, that your son taught you in just growing him in the 7 years? Is there one thing that is standing out in your mind that you learned is a particular day?
Yes, certainly. The only thing I knew about autism back then was that Tony Braxton had a son with autism.
Right.
And so as a parent, I had to really educate myself. And so I encourage other parents, educate yourself, delve into what autism is, look at the support systems that are available for them so that you can tailor to them. What I've learned from my journey with Zakai is that this journey is a journey of resilience. It's a journey of unwavering patience. It teaches you how to slow down more in life and to be observant, because autistic individuals are very observant in what they see. And so I'm really happy for the journey that I have with him and the patience that he has given me.
Awesome.
Great stuff.
I can't tell him love you,
Oh, yes, he does. He's a mama's boy.
Listen, our guest, thank you very much for coming and sharing with us.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Go out and get that book, The Specs of Autism, on Amazon. Of course, she told you where you can connect with her on Instagram.
Autispecs.
Autispecs, our guest, mother, autism advocate and author Chantal Clark Price. TK is up next with our morning news, so no leave, just stay right here.
Well done.
You see me? Me love my food and my ketchup run the flavor in so many ways. Miss Flowers, I want to turn up your food, sir.
My secret ingredients, just tomato ketchup, run the flavor.
Richer, thicker, and more of whatever.
Give me all the ketchup.
This is Flow, Jamaica's fastest mobile network, as verified by Ookla. It's the result of a complete network rebuild, with more power backup to reduce outages and satellite backup for greater mobile stability. You can even make regular calls using Wi-Fi. Welcome to our new era of connectivity, and we're not stopping there. This is Flow, Jamaica's network.
Tune in to Lead Story, weekdays at 6 p.m. Hosted by Jody-Ann Quarry.
Brought to you by Horizon, a new loan product from Access Financial Services.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more.
Welcome to Morning News. I'm TK Dawkins. National Security Minister Horace Chang says the gains in crime fighting are hinged on the hard work of the security forces, the continued investment and modernization of the police force, backed by stronger legislation.
National Security Minister and Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Horace Chang is heaping praise on the security forces and particularly the JCF after continued reductions in major crimes in recent years. He outlined a raft of measures from legislation to modernization and even construction geared at maintaining the gains for years to come.
There will be a national policy against trafficking in person to be tabled as a green paper. We'll table a national visa policy as a white paper within the next 2 months. Table the crime prevention through social transformation policy as a green paper will also be tabled. We'll use the new corrections policy developed by the ministry to guide amendments to the Corrections Act, which will be tabled again in this first quarter. These legislative priorities are designed to reinforce the strong institutional and operational framework we have built, ensuring that the gains we have made are secured in law and sustained over the long term.
Bolstering critical legislation such as the Gun Act, helping to thwart gun crimes. He maintains, despite the shocks to the economy in recent months and years, the Andrew Holness-led Jamaica Labour Party has invested heavily in the modernization of the police force, citing several constructions.
The St. Catherine North Division, both models of what should be divisional headquarters, and of course replacement in Bull Bay, K Valley, Muckle, Granville and Amity Hall in St. James, are already in the pre-construction phase, and we are working on DIAS. Investment in security for the safety of public Jamaicans. And we'll come to more. There's a major special operation unit to be built in Montego Bay.
On the matter of body-worn cameras and the digitization of the force, he notes there are continued investments.
Looking at a target of 3,000 cameras over time. But we are not quite there. We'll be acquiring additional one this year, and we will complete that process by the 28th budget year. We have acquired body-worn cameras, and they have been deployed, but deployment is decided by the Commissioner of Police. Body-worn cameras are part of modern police equipment, and the only person who have the authority and the professional capacity to instruct where they should go is the Commissioner of Police and his team. No civil society organization can tell us where to put them. That was what was damaging the police for years. Everybody like cowboy policing and Don Mansip and then tell police how to go police. Cameras are good for transparency and accountability, and we will continue to acquire.
He was speaking Tuesday during the sectoral debate in Parliament.
Opposition spokesman on energy, Philip Paulwell, says the global oil crisis, driven in part by the U.S.-Israel war on Iran, is causing fuel prices to surge and exposing weaknesses in Jamaica's energy sector. Speaking in the sectoral debate, Mr. Paulwell argued that while the government is attempting to cushion the impact, it's doing so in a way that could deepen financial losses at Petrojam. He maintains that instead of placing additional strain on the state refinery, the administration should reduce taxes on fuel to ease the burden on consumers. Jamaicans have gotten wary of politicians and their approach to their jobs, according to Member of Parliament for St. Andrew Western, Juliet Cuthbert-Flynn. During the latest Ethics Committee meeting on Tuesday, Mrs. Cuthbert-Flynn noted that many Jamaicans feel parliamentarians do not take their jobs seriously.
I think the Jamaican people have gotten a little weary of the way we approach our duties, our job as parliamentarians. I don't think the people take us as serious, even when it came to our salary. Persons believe we were not worth our salary. We should do what is right, no matter who and no matter what, as long as we are going down the right path.
And that's it for Morning News. Join us again at noon for more from our news and sports desk. I'm TK Dawkins. Sunrise continues after this.
Finally said yes to onion rings. Now it's your turn to say yes to the onion ring zinger from KFC. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Everybody want to see if a country right now.
One thing about Jamaicans, we might have differences, but we know when something is good for all of us. And when we work together against crime and violence, we are stronger than ever. And that's how we know the Citizen Security Plan can work.
That one that name CSP.
The Citizen Security Plan is an initiative of the Ministry of National Security in partnership with the European Union. It's an all-of-government effort to create safer streets and build stronger communities. Go to mns.gov.jm to learn how you can play your part.
I'm me and the stylist, no scam and style me.
From the market to the farm to the office, money talk is everywhere. But are you making sense or nonsense? The Bank of Jamaica brings you common sense with BOJ. Real stories, real laughs, and real lessons to help you protect, grow, and manage your money. Mattress savings.
At least my mattress. You charge me to sleep on it.
Partner plan.
Remember last year we needed our payouts early? But Miss Pam gave it to her cousin first.
Or a sketchy loan flyer.
Electrifying deals.
See why making the right financial choices is pure common sense. Brought to you by Bank of Jamaica, empowering everyday Jamaicans one episode at a time.
Grandpa, it's 2026. You can't keep hiding all your money in every single pocket forever.
internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan pa.
What a guan?
What a guan?
What a guan? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
And that's a guan pa. What a guan?
Brought to you by
Some things are perfect from the start. Smell of.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Tune in to Lead Story. Weekdays at 6 p.m. Hosted by Jody Ann Quarry.
brought to you by
Horizon, a new loan product from Access Financial Services.
All right, welcome back, Sunrisers. Now, as the world marks Earth Day under the theme, Our Power, Our Planet, we're turning our attention to a conversation that's becoming more and more relevant for Jamaica. Oil exploration has been making headlines, and while it brings the promise of economic opportunity, it also raises some serious environmental questions. So where do we draw the line? And what does this mean for our future? Well, this morning we're looking at the bigger picture with the CEO of the Jamaica Environment Trust, Dr. Teresa Rodriguez Moody. Teresa, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
It's
Thanks
great
for
to see you.
A very good morning. And she comes with bright smiles.
Don't let the bright smile fool you.
Yeah.
It's
no
Earth Day.
nonsense.
It's Earth Day. We have to celebrate.
Yeah.
Well, the first question is, as we mark Earth Day today, April 22nd, this conversation, it has begun and it's continuing about oil exploration. Why is it so critical for us in Jamaica right now?
So, the conversation is hot topic right now, right? We're hearing the announcements and we're hearing that, we may be able to drill for oil in the next 5 years. No, they've been doing the surveys since, we know at least since in the 80s. We know they had 2016, 2018, different surveys basically trying to build up that picture of what's present. Now it's a little bit more urgent. And I think that we need to kind of stop and think about it, because I know I experienced Hurricane Melissa here in Jamaica. And there are many people that are still to this day recovering from Hurricane Melissa. And these climate impacts, the droughts, the intense periods of rainfall, the temperature, these intense kind of climatic events like Hurricane Melissa, they're all related. They're all as a result of the burning of fossil fuels. At the end of Hurricane Melissa, we had our government ministers going abroad and basically asking for support, asking for assistance, financial assistance, because we've been so devastated. And now we're turning around and saying we need a break. We need a break with the oil industry to help us recover. Now, I know it's an unpopular opinion. Many people don't think that we should, it's a gift horse. If we find oil, we need to exploit it. But how do we exploit something knowing fully what it has resulted in right here in Jamaica? millions of people, thousands of people have been so impacted. Millions of people around the world are impacted on a daily basis. And it's all because of the burning of the fossil fuels. I don't think we should be pushing ahead.
You know what's interesting, Teresa, is I feel as though that people hear the conversations around climate and feel like it's just, it's hocus pocus, it's just noise. But there's actually scientific data to support and back up the fact that there are severe changes that are happening in the climate that is a direct correlation to human activity. This is not just people who wake up and feel, say, they must not hurt the earth. No. There is scientific evidence.
Yeah.
Let's get into that.
We're not arguing anymore about is climate change real. There's no argument anymore about is climate change linked to the burning of fossil fuel. That's fact. That's well known and that's accepted in science.
It's now how severe are the changes.
Right. And in fact, what science is showing is that some of the changes that were predicted, they're accelerating. So we would have seen, science expected a Hurricane Melissa. Science expects droughts. It tells you, they have thousands of documents and thousands of papers that actually outline what we are going to be experiencing. And what we need to be doing is actually adapting to that reality, to that new reality, which will be our new norm. And I think this is extremely important. I have kids, you have kids. You have to understand that this future that what we're talking about today is going to impact them even more than it will impact us. And I think we have a duty, and this is why the theme about our power, our planet is so important, because we have that power to change. Nothing ever changes if you don't care about it. And I think it's important that we use that power to get our leaders to listen. And I know that people are very, focused, single-minded, focused many times, we're going to get money off of this. But I think we need to look at it move out of that silo, move out of that vacuum, and really look at it more broadly.
Is there any way, if you could say, all right, let us have all participants find some form of balance and joy. Is there any way that we can actually have the economic benefit of finding oil and have environmental productions? Can those two concepts be married?
I'm not so sure. Fossil fuel, just a simple act of extracting. So Earth Day was born in 1970. And prior to that, in 1969, there was a massive oil spill. And it was because of that oil spill that kind of triggered that said we needed to have environmental regulations around pollution. And I think that what instead we need to be focusing on is, rather than trying to find a way around using oil, is to look at renewable energy. So Costa Rica has put a moratorium. If you've been to Costa Rica, it's amazing. They've put a moratorium on oil. And instead what they've done is, let's develop our tourism, let's look at renewable energies and so forth. So it's possible. So I think it's important that we understand, I think as a country we need to understand what's important. Not just economically, but also ethically, morally as well. How can we turn around and be asking for financing, asking for support, and we're going to be doing the very same thing that has caused the kind of devastation that we're seeing globally?
Hold on a second, for the uninitiated, the viewer who's a little ignorant and hear often the conversation about burning fossil fuel. What's burning fossil fuel? How does it affect the environment? Explain to me. I like I'm a 2-year-old.
All right, so fossil fuel, oil and gas, it's related to energy production. So your electricity, your transportation, your plastics. Your plastics, which are in maybe your glasses, which are probably in your clothes, your shoes. It's in pretty much everything, all related to the fossil fuel industry. Fertilizers, all related to the fossil fuel. What we see happening even in terms of the wars, right? All related, all because of fossil fuel. So everything that is around us has a link with either being made from or being produced by the fossil fuel industry. And that's why I think it makes it hard for people to understand or realize a future, think about a future without fossil fuel. But I say this all the time, things have changed. Not a good example, but slavery took place over 400 years. And at that time, I'm sure many people thought things would never change, but it did change, right? And so I think that we need not to get caught up in the fact that, our whole society is also focused on fossil fuel. Yes, it is currently, but that doesn't mean it can't change, because it has. Things have changed before in the past.
Everybody need a solar panel.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody.
And it needs to become more affordable.
That's it.
But let me ask a controversial question. Is it plastics that are making up the panels?
And that's also
because a while ago when you said clothes and shoes, I went, wait a minute.
Yeah, I think so. There's some glass in there, but so there's still some of those components. No, and that's why I say that fossil fuel may be something that is very difficult to eliminate completely, and I don't think that's what people are saying. You need to eliminate it completely. But we do need to find alternatives. So we need to be spending the time on the research, and there's research. There are alternatives that are being explored now. So people say, what's the alternative for a plastic soda bottle? Well, we used to have glass soda bottles, right?
Before,
But plastic is cheap, it's convenient.
The drinks tasted better too in the glass.
Listen up. Thank you very much for the information. We could talk about this all morning.
And even the implication of that is so much bigger than the environment as well. Because if you actually think about the plastics and the heat and cancer-causing agents and ingestion,
there's a health
implication.
Is bigger. It is huge. Yeah. It's cross-cutting and huge.
Sorry, go ahead.
Timely and necessary.
Oh, we need more time on this one.
Dr. Rodriguez Moody, helping us to think a little deeper about the road ahead. So we're going to be here when you get back. When we get back, you'll be there. All right? Stick and stay right
There's
there.
so many aspects to this thing.
Yeah.
I am
This is Flow, Jamaica's fastest mobile network, as verified by Ookla. It's the result of a complete network rebuild, with more power backup to reduce outages and satellite backup for greater mobile stability. You can even make regular calls using Wi-Fi. Welcome to our new era of connectivity, and we're not stopping there. This is Flow, Jamaica's network.
Finally said yes to onion rings. Now it's your turn to say yes to the onion ring zinger from KFC. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Change does not happen overnight. It takes vision, commitment, and courage to reform.
So we created a number of executive agencies, which I believe, and I can say, having left this thing for, was one of the most successful initiatives undertaken in the reform process.
But transformation isn't easy.
We found in several ministries, agencies, and departments, you had square pegs in round holes.
You could almost say that public sector transformation is not a JLP policy, it's not a PNP policy. It is national policy.
There was political willingness, there was bipartisan support for going through with the reforms, there was societal support, a lot of societal sacrifices. People of Jamaica made a lot of sacrifices. And businesses, the private sector, everybody was engaged in this journey.
We want to continue to reform the public sector, to allow the public sector to provide its services to the Jamaican people, provide services to the private sector, and the idea is that those services must be more accessible. Those services must be more affordable. Those services must be faster. They must be more personable and comfortable for the citizen.
Watch Building a Better Public Sector, a 4-part docuseries right here on CVM, commencing April 5 and aired every Sunday in April at 3 p.m. Brought to you by the Transformation Implementation Unit.
internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
Tune in to Lead Story, weekdays at 6 p.m. Hosted by Jody-Ann Quarry.
Brought to you by Horizon, a new loan product from Access Financial Services.
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan pa.
What a guan?
What a guan?
What a guan! Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVMTV.
That's a guan pa. What a guan?
Brought to you by
Some things are perfect from the start. Smirnoff.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Crazy curvy wavy beat, yeah. Little waist body, crazy curvy wavy beat. Little waist body, yada 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 yada. Look at how I body that, ate it up and gave it back. Yeah, you look good, but they still wanna know we're making it. Saucy like a barbecue, but you won't get your baby back. See me in that dress and he felt like he almost hasted that. Num 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 num.
Glad to have you back with us this morning. Spring is all about fresh starts, and that includes giving your body the attention that it deserves, right? Whether it's posture, mobility, or just easing everyday tension. Feel it? Physical therapy can play a very big role in getting you back on track. And our next guests are ready to help us to do just that. So I want to welcome Managing Director of Physical Therapy Solutions Limited, Dr. Bernadette Frankson, alongside the massage therapist. And I wanted to learn to do massages. Massage therapist Candice Beckford, welcome to Sunrise.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. We're pretty good.
That's good. Yeah. The first question I want to know, because it's spring, we are springing into spring, right? Spring is often seen as a time of renewal for many persons. So how does it apply to our bodies and our physical
Right.
health?
So although we don't have winter per se in Jamaica,
no, we don't.
We still have cooler months, and people tend to be less active in the colder months.
Yes.
So this is a time now when the days are longer, it's a little warmer, so people are coming out and they're starting to move more. Unfortunately though, at these times you can also notice all the aches and pains. So as physical therapists, we are movement experts. So we know how to assess, how to address these issues. We manage pain, we do therapeutic exercise, flexibility strengthening to address issues, as well as there's a wellness component as well. And that's where Pilates, exercise, massage therapy, and just general activities come in.
You just answered the question for me, and I'm hoping for some of my viewers. Because oftentimes we think that physical therapy is only required when there's an injury or there's something wrong. But can I just come to there's nothing, I can just come to the physical therapist, say, I want a what? Explain to me. I have no injuries.
Well, for instance, I'm a lymphedema therapist. So you can come to do lymphatic drainage. It's very popular now on Instagram and in social media. So you can come to just enhance your lymphatic flow. You can come to do a massage. Ms. Beckford here is great. And you can come and get exercise. We do Pilates as well. So we have classes and we have one-on-one opportunities for you to really work on that core and work on just your posture and all of those little things that contribute to wellness.
Is it a one size fit all or different for different
No,
persons?
because we'll assess you. So therapists, physical therapists are trained to do assessments, movement evaluations, and, you know, find out exactly what that jacket is doing for you, exactly what's sitting on that computer or holding your head down to look at those cue cards all the time, you know. It may cause neck pain. So we address the person specifically.
Sciatica, that's the word?
That's a word.
Sciatica nerve.
Yes.
Physical therapy can help?
Yes, so sciatica is a symptom of a pinched nerve that may actually be happening. You may feel it in your buttock, feel it down the leg, but the problem is in the back. So again, the thing that starts off sciatica is poor posture, you know. It goes back to posture.
Hold that thought.
I will.
Because I want to ask you something more about that. But I'm going to take a quick break and we'll be back right here on Sunrise.
Employers, your hard contribution builds a stronger workforce and strengthens the economy. It's not just contribution, it's transformation. The time by heart is...
Tune in to Lead Story, weekdays at 6 p.m. Hosted by Jodianne Quarry.
Brought to you by
Horizon, a new loan product from Access Financial.
See, I'm taking my chances because if I go down and I can't come back up, she's right here. Welcome back to Sunrise. So we've been talking about physical therapy with our guests, our Physical Therapy Solution Limited, from Physical Therapy Solution Limited. So let's get right back into it. Before the break, we were talking about sciatica, but I want to ask you, what are the most, and that might be one, what are the most common muscle-related issues that you see in your practice?
Right, so when you say muscle, it would kind of limit me to answering like a muscle strain, all right? But there are the common injuries that we see, definitely back pain, definitely neck issues, and shoulder issues. Those are probably the three commonest ones. But that's the orthopedic component. But you know, you may have neurological problems like stroke that affects mobility. Even your pelvic floor, you know, your ability to hold when you're doing exercise, that's important. You know, some people may go to the gym, they're lifting weights, and then they get an urge to run off to the bathroom. Urinary incontinence. So we have specialist services in that area as well, because it's muscle.
It's muscle.
It's muscle.
Yes, yes. Right, Candice?
Yeah.
You know, when I was going out, Candice looking at me and said, all right, no worries, I got you. I got you.
I would like Candice to get me.
Yeah, come on, Candice. Let's start getting the massage in while I continue my discourse with Doc. Doc, how does physical therapy generally contribute to overall wellness? I think we've been talking about it, but specifically, not just physically, but mentally.
Yes. So motion is lotion. So that takes care of...
that. Say that again?
Yeah, motion is lotion. So that takes care of the physical. But think about endorphins and enkephalins. So there are these nice wellness hormones that get released when we exercise. And it's no wonder that in those months that we spoke of, the winter months, that people tend to get more depressed, and it's a lot because they aren't moving. So motion, exercise, contributes to the secretion of these hormones. And not only are they feel-good hormones, but they're also pain-relieving hormones. So they too can help to reduce like joint pains and muscle aches and so on.
Yeah, you know, when you feel good physically, oftentimes it impacts how you feel mentally.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So, all right, so spring, we're into spring reset. What are some of the simple ways?
Simple things.
That what we can do to refresh our bodies?
You started on posture earlier, right? So posture is important. So there is the ideal posture for sitting, there's the ideal posture for standing, there's the ideal posture for running. There are ideal postures for every activity or every position. So posture can be static or it can be dynamic. All right, but quite often when we're seated at desks, for instance, that's a popular one, we tend over a period of time to lose that ideal posture. So simple resets at work would be good, and we can do one now since you're standing. Simply tuck the chin in, and you're going to roll yourself down, keeping that chin tucked in, and roll yourself down. Now, no wonder this jacket, you know,
tight.
It's tight. And so you can see it's not allowing the normal flexion of your spine. But we're going to work with it. Drop the hands, keep the chin tucked in.
Hold on a second.
I'm going to hold this for you.
Hold on a second.
All right.
Hold on a second. Let me get this off.
All right.
Because
Nice.
I'll see if I can roll it. Roll it.
And Yendi's having her little massage over here in the meantime. All right, so we're going to tuck the chin in again, tuck that chin in, and you're going to roll down from the neck all the way down and just allow the hands to hang. That's a lot better. We're seeing more mobility of the spine. Now, as you come up, engage that core, tighten your tummy, and roll up one vertebrae at a time. Head should be the last one to come up. You feel taller?
I feel taller.
Yeah. You just gained probably an inch. So doing that like 3 or 4 times, you know, you're seated at your desk, you just get up, stand by the chair and do that. Another one that you could do that would be more relevant to a seated position because you have to keep your pelvis steady is to cross your arms at shoulder height and keeping that pelvis really steady, you're going to just twist to the right and then come back to middle. And then and you're going ahead of the teacher. And back to neutral again, back to the middle, go to the left again, and then to the right. All right, now we're going to add breathing to that. So take a breath in, and exhale and turn. Inhale, return. Exhale to the other side, and back to neutral, and good for you. So that's a simple one to get your chest really loosened up.
I like it. I feel good already.
Yeah.
All right. So obviously, persons are saying, I want one like that. Where can viewers go to follow for more information and get an actual reset?
Right. So Physical Therapy Solutions is located at 11 Braemar Avenue. Our contact number is 876-92-76015 or at Physical Therapy Solutions on Instagram and also Facebook.
Awesome.
So yes, we have a WhatsApp number, 583-5061.
583-5061. Yendi's not talking to me right now, you know, because
she's in it.
She's in, you know. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll hear from Yendi when we come back, because she'll tell us exactly how she's feeling. All right, our guests have been Dr. Bernadette Frankson and Candice Beckford, helping us get through moving the right way. So stay with us. There's more Sunrise after this break.
Body crazy, curvy, wavy beat. Yeah, little waist, body crazy, curvy, wavy beat. Little waist, body, yaddy, 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 yaddy. Look at how I body that, ate it up and gave it back. Yeah, you look good, but they still wanna know we're making it. Saucy like a barbecue, but you won't get your baby back. See me in that dress and he felt like he almost hasted that. Num 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 num, eat it up. Go play okay, 3, 2, 1. You know I'm the hottest. You ain't never gotta heat me up. I'm present when I'm absent, speaking when I'm not.
Into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
finally said yes to onion rings. Now it's your turn to say yes to the onion ring zinger from KFC. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
What a guan?
What a guan?
That's a guan.
What a guan? What a guan?
What a guan! Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVMTV.
That's a guan. What a guan?
Brought to you by
Some things are perfect from the start. Smell of.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
The style is no scam and our style me.
From the market to the farm to the office, money talk is everywhere. But are you making sense or nonsense? The Bank of Jamaica brings you common sense with BOJ, real stories, real laughs, and real lessons to help you protect, grow, and manage your money. Mattress savings.
At least my mattress. No charge me to sleep on it.
Partner plan.
Remember last year we needed our payouts early? But Miss Pam gave it to her cousin first.
Or a sketchy loan flyer.
Electrifying deals.
See why making the right financial choices is pure common sense. Brought to you by Bank of Jamaica, empowering everyday Jamaicans one episode at a time.
Grandpa, it's 2026. You can't keep hiding all your money in every single pocket forever.
The massage thing not on my forehead. All right, so you're back inside the sunnier side of morning TV, and all of a sudden, I don't know, I feel like dancing. I wonder why.
Yeah, you know.
Well, it's because the Immaculate Dance Society is entering a new era, and they're ready to show us what they've been working on. Their debut production, Uprising, hits the stage this Sunday with an already impressive start to the year, including 10 JCDC gold medal wins. Expectations are high. Well, joining us to share more are Artistic Director Shanika Gibbs and Dance Society President Tiana Arnett. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's great to have you both.
Thank you for having us.
Ariane is excited because, she dances. So anything about dance, she gets really excited.
Just a little biased.
Yeah.
Just a little, the best of all the art forms.
But I want to know what can audiences expect, especially from the storyline, in the presentation. Talk to me.
I think we are really exhausting the storyline of Uprising. I mean, the name came to us by just a blur of the moment. But the truth is, the audience is expecting to see an uprising of the faith of the girls, an uprising of the cultural awareness of the girls, an uprising of talent present at Immaculate that screams that they are not just academics, but they are all-rounded, phenomenal ladies. An uprising of breaking stereotypes that you don't expect from Immaculate. So the show really coins itself and centers itself in the theme, an uprising.
Wow.
Tiana, let me ask you, because it's so interesting that your artistic director mentioned, breaking a stereotype. Immaculate dabbles between 1 and 2 in terms of academic ranking in Jamaica. So y'all are known for the smarts. But let us talk a bit about the fact that, yes, obviously academically y'all excel, but many of you have an artistic side, and there's a space where you get to express that creative side through dance. How good does that feel to be able to balance the both for you guys and for the dance troupe?
Truthfully, it feels, I think surreal is the only word I could use to describe it. Not many children have the opportunity to express that side of themselves. And for me personally, if I didn't have dance, I would feel suffocated in academics alone. So to have that space and to have a teacher that pushes you past what you thought was your limit or past where you thought you could go with your art form is, I don't think there are any words for it, truly. Yeah.
10 gold medals. Y'all saw that coming?
I would say the year an uprising in and of itself. I mean, I did not see that coming. At all. We were just doing the groundwork, and again, God is at the center of everything, so it yielded those results.
Yeah. That is awesome. And it's something that I say often, and I'm going to ask you, because I think it's important, but how is it, why is it necessary for investment in creative expression in schools? As Shanika mentioned that if she wasn't able to dance, she would suffocate.
Tiana.
Tiana, sorry.
I feel like the question is, why not dance? Why not encourage the child to be more than the limits that they think, that they have to be streamlined into one way of thinking? Why not try to create more discipline? Why not try to create more motivation? Dance, I always say to them, is the most beautiful thing, but it's the most unforgiving thing. Why not gather their strength through something that they love? So at the end of the day, that we are really creating humans that can withstand life. Because life really teaches us some things.
It sure does, doesn't it? Talk about the details of the show, the when, the where, how do we get tickets? Tiana, do you know?
Yes,
All
of
right.
course.
Tell me.
All right, so you can get tickets online. You can go to our Instagram, which is at ICHS Dance, and there is a link in our bio to Touchstone. You can purchase your tickets there, or you can go to the front office of the Immaculate Conception High School, and the when is April 26th, which is this Sunday, and it is being held at school. So, yeah. Hope to see you there. Oh, the show is at 5 p.m. Everybody? Yes.
5 p.m. Should I be able to dance to come? I can just come.
No, you can just come and enjoy.
You will have to go and just enjoy.
I learn a dance or two. Well,
look at Shanika. Yeah. She said learn a dance or two. She said she said, you think I play we are doing over here?
Listen, we're gonna learn. In fact, we're not just talking about dance. We're gonna see some dancing.
Yes.
Aren't we? So, you want to do the honors, Yendi?
Yeah, you don't have to force me on this one. All right, our guests have been Shanika Gibbs and Tiana Arnett, representing for the Immaculate Dance Society's Uprising Showcase. But we do have a very special performance taking us to the break. Here is the one and only, one of the most lovely humans you'll ever lay your eyes upon, actually. And I'm not biased.
I taught her to dance.
But I could be biased, but I'm not. I promise I'm not. We just share, bloodline. Also, her mother is lovely.
Yes.
Good morning to her mom, who is in studio with us. Make way for Aaron Cooper with It's Okay to Breathe.
And I want to put remember you started, don't you forget to breathe. I'm not afraid to fly, I'm not afraid to try, but sometimes I can't decide.
Delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan, pa.
What a guan? What a guan? What a guan? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVMTV.
That's a guan, pa. What a guan?
Brought to you by.
Some things are perfect from the start. Smell of.
All right.
Yeah, listen. I was moved watching movement. If you missed it, you can rewatch it later on. Welcome back to Sunrise. This Saturday, World Veterinary
Day.
World Veterinary Day.
Yes.
Recognizing the people who work behind the scenes to keep both animals and humans safe and healthy. From the food we eat to the pets we love. Veterinarians. Why is that word giving me trouble this morning?
It's okay.
Play a
Vets.
bigger role, vets, a bigger role than many of us realize. Joining us to share more is the president of the Jamaica Veterinary Medical Association, Dr. Kathy and Leon.
And she applauds. I love that.
I got it.
You did it.
On the third
You know what though? It is a proper tongue twister if we're being honest. There's a reason y'all are just vets.
Yeah. And then in America, it's a little tricky, right? Because vets in America are also veterans.
Yes.
So it's like...
I'm a vet dog. Let's talk about the day, the observation, because you guys just did the Caribbean Regional Veterinary Conference. Why is there a conference of that nature? And what's a type of takeaway that when you get together, you come back and say, well, this is what's necessary in this particular locale?
Right. So the CBVMA, which is the Caribbean Veterinary Medical Association, I just say veterinary that way, you know? Right. So the Caribbean Veterinary Medical Association puts on this conference literally every 2 years.
Okay.
And we actually had to delay our staging of the conference because it was actually supposed to be held in November.
Right after hurricane.
Do you remember who came in November?
The girl Melissa.
So we ended up having to push it back, and it ended up being not as big as we wanted it to be because some people who were slated to come didn't get to come. But what was nice was that those of us who did make it, it was such a fantastic conglomeration of regional vets. So we had people from Trinidad, we had people from Guyana, Grenada, Belize, Suriname. We had some attendees from Africa. And what happens is it was a joint conference between the CBVMA and the Commonwealth Veterinary Association. So it's two associations that came together. And when we get together, we talk about things like the single registration of vets across CARICOM, right? So it's just amazing that when we come together, not only do we get a bigger force to make a bigger impact on the world, but we also get the chance to see people we haven't seen in a long time because some of my classmates came. It was really good. It was really, really good. So, yeah, it's important.
Yeah.
The guardians of food and health. That's the theme this year?
Guardians of food and safety. Veterinarians, yes.
But what does food health has to do with animal care?
What do you mean?
Talk to me.
Are you a vegetarian?
I am.
Really?
Not. It was so nice here and there a while ago, you know what I mean? Someone will say yes.
She just bust it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know him to tell untruth.
I eat chicken and fish.
You eat chicken and fish. Yeah. Well, the chicken and fish that you eat, we have to make sure it's healthy before it gets into your body, right? So there are a lot of things that we do in terms of protecting food safety and public health safety. All of those things are part of what we do. So what's in your patty, we have to make sure that that cow is healthy. The chicken that you eat is healthy. Not only does it need to be healthy as in free of disease, but it also needs to be free of things like antibiotics.
Yes.
So that's part of what we do as well to ensure that you're not eating any chemicals or any medication that you shouldn't be eating and that it won't affect you and your development and your health when you go to the doctor and you're trying to get medication for yourself. The medication will actually work in your body.
You know what, Doc? You just said something that I had never ever thought about. But often, when I'm buying a chicken, me look for the chicken that label say no antibiotics ever.
Right, yeah.
But here's my question. So there's a vet on site that makes sure that the chickens are taken care of and antibiotics are not administered?
During the course of the life of the chicken, which is very short, right, the one that you eat, there is a vet that visits that farm on a regular basis to ensure that all the quality control measures are adhered to. So at that time, if there is need, let's say we have a flock that needs some medical attention. We attempt first to use herbal medication actually, so that we don't ever use any antibiotics, right? And then we have not only big corporate farmers, which are the ones that are contracted to the major chicken companies, we have also backyard farmers.
Right.
And so we have companies. You're a backyard farmer? All right.
I'm going to call you to look at my cub soon.
All right, cool. What do you have, broilers or layers?
When I said soon, though.
Oh, future.
Ambition.
So what we do is we ensure with even the backyard farmers, we have vets that visit as many backyard farmers as we possibly can in Jamaica.